The goal of business is just to separate you from your money. That's the whole goal. Even if you're following like celebrities, that could be something that's making you want to spend more. I don't know about you, but I see a lot of ads on Pinterest. I miss the old Pinterest when all I was seeing was pins. What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today is going to be slightly different than normal. Nothing book related, but we're going to talk about a low buy. We're going to talk about the 2024 low buy that I randomly decided to do a little bit late in the year. I mean, it's not late, it's only February, but I was seeing a lot of these types of videos come out in January, right? Because people make like New Year's resolutions. It makes a little bit more sense to start at the beginning of the year. However, had something happen that made me decide I think it's time to do one of these myself, challenge myself financially, and instead of having fun spending, try to have some fun saving, if that is even possible. So yeah, if you see me looking down, I've just got some notes on my laptop because there's a lot of reasons why I want to do this challenge, and that is something that I see a lot of people talk about. Is they always say make sure that you know your why, because you don't want to get a couple months into the year and then completely forget why you were doing it in the first place and lose steam and quit and then feel like a failure. So my biggest why is related to the thing that happened where I had a credit card bill come in, like a monthly statement, like 30-day credit card bill that was bigger than what I make in a month. Now that is partly due to like I've been redecorating the apartment. I'm thinking I might try to put together some random clips and make a video out of that because you guys seem to really like my bathroom makeover. I've been buying lots of like frames and art and curtains and this couch and a rug that I really love, little accessories, candles, candlestick holders, just like so many things, and it all adds up, like home decor, even like pillowcases. Ideally we would make my expenses much lower, which I think I can finally do now that the makeover thing is coming to an end. But that was kind of my wake-up call. Another why is that we would love to not rent for the rest of our lives. So we would love to actually be able to put a down payment on a house one day, own a home, and not have to rent forever. Maybe BlackRock won't buy up every single family home by the time that we have enough in our savings account to put a down payment on a house, and we won't have to rent the home that is owned by a mega corporation. We're staying positive. We're trying to stay positive. It's a dark world out there sometimes, but it's a-okay. Another thing that I'm gonna stop doing is credit card churning. I talked about this in my financial advice I wish I'd heard in my 20s kind of video. I can link it in the cards for you guys if you think you might be interested in watching that video instead. And I talked about how debit cards don't really give you any perks. There's no points, there's no cash back, and so I've been churning credit cards. I'm not gonna get into all of it. You have to be careful. It's an easy way to get into debt. Luckily, I've managed to not do that. I've like made all my payments on time. I haven't paid a penny of interest, so I'm proud of myself for that. However, because I have so much of a credit limit now, it's an easy way to spend more than you actually need and then not be able to pay it off. So they do that for a reason. Well, they're making money off the annual fees, but they're also making money on, interest that you're paying when you can't make the monthly payment. So I'm just to the point where we've earned so many points now. Until we use them and I need more points for travel, I don't really need to be applying for more credit cards. I'm gonna pause for now, take a little bit of a step back, because I know that having a really high credit limit, it does trick me into spending more than what I need to. So that is my why. You need to have a why if you're gonna do this to make it work. So now you know mine. Now we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty, and I'm gonna give you guys some tips on how to make this work, and then I'm gonna go later on into the video into like the specific categories and like the rules and the expectations and the exceptions that I'm making for myself that apply to me. Obviously they will be different for you, but just to give you guys some ideas. First thing that I'm gonna be doing is removing the temptation. I do get a lot of marketing emails. If you are somebody who follows brands and stuff on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, whatever it is, you need to unsubscribe, unfollow, delete, do all the things so you're not getting a constant influx of products at you. But even deleting like Pinterest might really help, because I don't know about you, but I see a lot of ads on Pinterest. I miss the old Pinterest when all I was seeing was pins. And I feel like every other thing that I'm scrolling past is an ad, which is really annoying. Even if you're following like celebrities, that could be something that's making you want to spend more and kind of influencing you to buy more, because inevitably you're kind of comparing your life to them. So even unfollowing celebrities might be helpful. Deleting shopping apps from my phone, I'm definitely going to do that. Inevitably, if I have 2 seconds of boredom, I'm going to open them up, I'm going to browse, and I'm going to find something that I like because I love those stores. So just removing the temptation altogether is really, really important. Another thing that will make this a little bit easier, I think, is an accountability partner. So luckily, my boyfriend has already appointed himself as my accountability partner. I didn't even need to ask him. He was just like, you know what, if I see you buying something that I know you don't really need, I'll go ahead and just, you know, point it out. So that's very nice of him. That's very nice of him to offer. He's like the king of saving too, so it's just like natural for him to not spend money anyway. But if you have somebody who knows that you are trying to, you know, a friend, family member, whoever, who knows that you are trying to be a little bit more frugal, let's say you're grocery shopping at Target and you see like a clothing item that you really like, you could text them, and as long as they're gonna be a good friend and understand what you're doing, their job is gonna be to stop you from buying it, basically. If you don't, you're gonna have to be the accountability partner for yourself and just be very, very honest with yourself and give yourself some tough love. You're gonna have to come up with those reasons on your own, basically, is what I'm saying. Even if you don't have an outside person, just know that you are logical and you are strong and you can overcome temptation. Oh, one of the biggest things I think that's gonna help me, and I've already done this, is to just wish list it. Heart it, like it, save it, pin it, bookmark it, star it, put it away out of sight. A lot of times just going through and looking at things and wish listing them, not even adding them, you know, don't add anything to your bag, just wish listing things can kind of satisfy that urge that you might have. So that is going to be a big help for me. And then I can go back when I have one of my little exceptions that I'll explain in a few minutes. I can go back and look, think about it. If it's something that I don't even remember I put on there, I could probably just remove it from the wish list. If you forget all about it, you know that you didn't really want it. Wish listing, favoriting, whatever term you want to use, that is a big help. Also reminding yourself that like a sale isn't really a sale if you're spending money. Just because a company is saying that this item is cheaper than what they normally sell it for, you buying it at all is not you saving money. It's still you spending money. So remember that companies have really powerful marketing strategies that they will use against you, because their whole goal, the goal of business, is just to separate you from your money. That's the whole goal. So if you can remember that, that helps a lot as well. The last point that I want to make is, if this is a problem that you are experiencing, it is a very privileged problem to have. Keeping that in mind, it's a good thing to remind yourself that you do probably most likely have everything that you already need. If you're overspending by choice, this is not an actual real problem. I mean, I know there's probably like a certain percentage of the population that actually chronically overspend and are truly addicted to shopping. It's a good reminder to just know, like, if this is a problem that you're experiencing, if a low buy or a no buy is something that you are interested in doing, it's probably because you already have everything you need. That is just something to keep in mind. So now getting into the nitty gritty of everything, this is specifically the things that I am going to allow myself to spend on my essentials, allow myself to spend that are like exceptions to that rule that are technically non-essential. So this is a little flyer that I made on Canva. It's good to have a visual. I do recommend using something like this. I have it taped to the wall below our calendar where I literally have to walk by it every single day just as a reminder. And I have a little area for notes down here. So I do recommend creating some sort of visual. My allowed essentials, I'm saying I need to survive. So my portion of the rent, boyfriend and I split it according to our income. So I have a portion of the rent that I obviously have to pay. That's probably the most important thing. Insurance, we have renter's insurance and my car insurance, obviously very important. Also like medical and dental health insurance as well. Our weekly HelloFresh delivery. Technically, we could just go to the store and buy groceries, but HelloFresh is, I'm obsessed with it. This is not an ad for them, but it's changed the way that we eat for the better. We were the type of people who we would literally come home and just like throw a frozen pizza in the oven or eat a bowl of cereal. We were eating like college kids. and I wasn't happy with it. I was not happy about it. I never really learned the skill of cooking either, and so following like the little recipe on the back, I'm kind of sort of teaching myself to cook as well, and I love that it's actual produce, like it's actual real ingredients. We're on the pescatarian option right now. I'm kind of slowly dipping my toes back into fish. That sounds really weird to say. Still not eating like chicken or red meat or anything, but I am not fully vegetarian anymore. So anyway, that's like 75 bucks a week because we get 6 meals, 3 for each of us. So that is something that we're not giving up because it's our health. To me, that's like still totally worth the money that we're spending. My Roth IRA contribution, I put like 500 bucks in every month, which is pretty much close to the max that you can put in a year's time. I think the max you can put in a year is like 6,500. So I basically put in about 6 grand a year. So I'm still doing that. Obviously that's like my retirement. Like that's very important that I still put some money aside for investments, car maintenance and gas. I have to drive to get to work, so that's considered an essential. I said household items on here, so like random miscellaneous things that we actually need, not decor and that kind of thing. I'm talking like toilet paper and cleaners and Clorox wipes and that kind of thing. Groceries that we need aside from HelloFresh. My phone bill and Spotify. Now I'm aware that Spotify isn't necessarily like an essential to life. It's really not, but we use it basically every day. A lot of times we actually need to upgrade, I think, to like the couples plan because sometimes we try to get on at the same time and it kind of messes it up. So anyway, he uses it for music and podcasts. I use it for music and audiobooks. Like we get a lot of value out of that $10 a month, $10, $11, whatever it is. Now the non-essential exceptions, this is where you really have to kind of play hardball with yourself and make it realistic. I know if you're doing a no-buy, you basically wouldn't have anything in this category, but I am easing my way into this. So I'm doing a low buy, so I am allowing myself some exceptions. I am allowing myself 1 wardrobe item per month if I truly find something when I'm out and about that I feel like I just cannot live without. Every now and then that happens where I feel like something just really has my name on it. I will go ahead and allow myself to buy that item guilt-free. We're about a week and a half into February right now, and I haven't been shopping. I haven't been anywhere that I feel like I've seen anything or needed anything. So I'm hoping I don't actually use this item, but I am allowing myself a little bit of wiggle room. Also 1 miscellaneous item, so this could be like if I need to buy somebody a gift, like if a birthday comes up, I am gonna buy like birthday gifts for people and stuff. Books, anything book related, stationery, like journaling related, I'm going ahead and allowing myself to buy. I bought a journal for this new story that I'm writing, my new work in progress. I needed a journal to like kind of dump all of my, like print out all of my Pinterest pins, all the photos, all the inspo photos, and dump them, like paste them into that journal, just because it helps me like organize my ideas. That's something that I would consider essential for my like creative process. So I did spend like $25 or $30 on a journal here recently at the bookstore. Books, like I said, I am in the middle of a reading around the world challenge. I can't just really stop buying books. However, if you were doing a no buy, you could do audiobooks if you were still paying for like an audiobook streaming service like Audible or Spotify, or you could use the library, of course, but you're a little limited sometimes to what your library catalog has in stock. So I am still allowing myself to thrift books off eBay. I can usually get them for like $5 to $10 a book. So it's really not like I'm spending hundreds of dollars a month anyway. Plus I have a decent stack over there that I haven't gotten to yet. So I do think it's actually gonna be probably a couple of months before I need to buy a book anyway. So I am allowing myself books. A takeout meal per month, like 1 takeout meal per month that I would pay for. Boyfriend typically pays for the takeout stuff. So it's actually not an expense that would normally fall on me. Like if we want Domino's or something, he normally gets it. But if I do for some reason want sushi and I'm just like craving it, or I forgot this has happened a couple times over the past couple months, I actually forget my lunch that I prepped the night before. I forget it in the fridge at home. And so then I have nothing to eat at work. And so I will like DoorDash Panera or something. So I am allowing myself that, as well as 1 coffee per month, like 1 coffee out, like a Starbucks or like a local coffee shop that I really like, 1 per month. And I've actually already used it this month. So now I have to wait the rest of the month. And then makeup and hygiene products if they're replacements. So I'm not gonna go out and go buy some like $50 eyeshadow palette. I'm not allowing myself like extravagances like that. But if I run out of something, like I run out of mascara, I run out of like concealer, whatever, like I am allowing myself to buy a replacement for it, but not extras. Like I can't go ham. I can't go crazy. I can't let myself loose in Sephora like I have done in the past. And then I am canceling Netflix. I actually already canceled it. We still have a couple of weeks left in our like month, you know, because you subscribe a month at a time. So I'm finishing up Wednesday, the new Addams Family show on Netflix, which I'm loving. And I think that's it. I'll see if there's any other like movies that I've just been dying to watch, and I'll finish those up before the cancellation goes through. All right, I think that is everything that I wanted to mention. I probably won't do like an update video every single month. I think that might be a little bit excessive, but I do plan on updating you guys some point in the year, like maybe halfway through the year or something, like June, July, something like that. You guys let me know in the comments if you are doing this, if you have ever done one of these types of challenges before. I am trying to get myself pumped up and excited to save and to kind of see, you know, the numbers in my savings account go up a little bit. And to just know that I'm setting myself up for the future, for a future home. That's, you know, like I said, that's my big why. I wish you guys the best of luck if you are doing some sort of challenge like this. We can do it. We can beat capitalism, okay? We can overcome our impulsive shopping tendencies. So I will update you guys here in a couple of months. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.